At the end of the day, I gave this little guy an opportunity. He should be thanking me. I'm paying him. I'm his boss. He reports to me, and I'm gonna fucking son him on November 14th. So fuck you, little man.
You pay me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Facts.
Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Correct. I'm your daddy.
Got Tank or Jake? I don't know. Tank better whoop Jake Paul ass. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis already had fans talking with clown props, trash talk, and a $2 million side bet. But things got real once the cameras were off. Backstage, chaos broke out, shouting, threats, and tension so intense that security had to step in before it turned into a full fight. What was said behind the scenes changes how we see this matchup. This isn't just about Jake's size or Tank's power anymore. It's about pride, legacy, and who's willing to go the furthest when the lights are off. Let's break it down. First, a quick rewind. Jake Paul, towering at 6 feet 1 inch, came to the presser loaded with props. He mocked Tank's height, called him an 8-year-old sparring partner, brought out clowns to roast Tank's mohawk, and hammered on Davis's past legal issues.
Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You
them.
want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the clown, buddy. You're the clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female? Like, come on, it will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing. What's the name about that? But P Diddy. When things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right? Wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No.
Gervonta Tank Davis mostly stayed calm until Jake crossed the line with jabs about domestic violence. That's when Tank fired back, threatening not just Jake, but also his trainer, J. Leon Love.
Fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care? What they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future though?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that they want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. Like, that's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on him. Like it turned from love to hate.
When the cameras cut, things got ugly backstage. Tank stayed calm until Jake crossed the line with jabs about domestic violence, then Tank snapped and aimed threats not only at Jake, but at his trainer J. Leon Love. They shoved during the face-off and security stepped in. But that was just the start. Witnesses say Tank marched to Jake's locker area shouting, "Keep my family out of your mouth, you talk boxing fine, but bring my people in, and I'll put you to sleep." Before November, Jake shot back saying, "You're lucky this fight is on Netflix, otherwise I'd end your career right here in the hallway." Crew members had to wedge between them. Jake's camp tried to shrug it off laughing, but Tank's team was serious for a few 10 seconds. It looked like punches were about to fly.
Jake Paul saved him from that.
Should he have fought Roach? Do you think he avoided him, ducked him, or anything like that? Or just this business decision?
I can't say, bro. It looks like it. It looks like he didn't want that. He didn't want to go back down that road. And Jake Paul saved him from that. Jake Paul saved him from that, bro. he got out. You know what I mean?
That's the one that's going viral, Chin. That's a good one. Jake Paul saved him. Got you. I mean,
yeah. But that's the truth, it seems like.
Yeah.
And Roach, hey, Roach came with it, bro. And it looks like through their familiarity of coming up in the amateurs and all that together, Roach really know him better than most fighters.
Might have heard this
really
one
know
before.
him, bro. You know what I mean? Roach know him, bro. So I think that was hindsight always 2020. I didn't think he wanted to go back down that. That was a tough out for him.
And here's the kicker. Fans caught parts of it on their phones. Clips are going viral showing Tank pointing his finger right at Jake, while Jake smirks like he's untouchable. So why all the heat? For Tank, it's about respect. He's one of the most feared knockout artists in boxing, a multi-division champion who's put real killers on the canvas. And now here comes Jake Paul, a YouTuber with more Instagram followers than knockouts, mocking him on the sport's biggest stage.
Doing what they feel is best for them.
Will it impact Tank's legacy if Jake Paul were to beat him or even knock him out?
Dude, Tank's a 3-division world champion, 4-time 3-division world champion. At the end of it, bro, you can't take anything away from him. Bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them. It's the same way Roach feels Tank is the best option for him. Same way that Stevenson thinks Tank's the best option for him, or all that stuff, right? At the end of it, bro, we just want to do what's best for ourselves, right?
Facts.
Right or wrong.
Facts.
So just do what's best for you.
For Jake, it's about validation. Every major fight he's taken, Askren, Woodley, Silva, even Chavez Jr., people doubted him, but he proved them wrong. Facing Tank is his boldest move yet. Even surviving against a pound-for-pound star would solidify him as more than just an influencer.
For something like this, obviously smaller guy. How was this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, there's a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed. We're sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some 8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm going to beat your ass and I'm going to beat Jaden Love ass. On my mama, I'm going to beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything, you know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't got to say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'm going to show you and him.
That's why the insults hit so hard. This isn't just trash talk. It's about legitimacy, pride, and who truly rules boxing right now.
Tank or Jake? That's a hard one, bro. That weight class difference is weird. Manny or Rolly? I got Manny.
Here's what makes this fight insane: the size difference. Jake fights at cruiserweight, weighing in around 200 pounds at his last weigh-in. Tank, on the other hand, is a lightweight, 135 pounds on fight night, maybe 140 max. That's a 65-pound gap.
How much you think you'll weigh?
When I walk in the ring?
Yeah.
With or without the ankle monitor on?
That's corny. That's super corny. I don't know how much I'll weigh.
And the handcuffs too.
Huh? What are you talking about, fam?
How do you win this fight?
That outfit is trash. For real. That outfit is garbage. And that hairstyle. Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a clown. We all know this. Anybody rocked a mohawk. Name
You want to see clowns? You want to see clowns? Gervonta, you're the clown, buddy. You're the clown, Gervonta. Any man who puts his hands on a woman is the clown.
Now, since we on this, if I put my hands on females or anything like that, right? If I put my hands on females or anything like that, you know how many female? Like, come on, it will be mad. You see how when I don't even want to bring up nobody thing what's his name about that, but P Diddy. When things got like that, no, listen. When one female did a charge, it was mad females coming out, right? So if I hit a female, right, wouldn't it be mad other females? Like I ain't been just with one female. Like I'm 30 years old. Like let's be real. I've been with more than one female. Wouldn't mad females come out and say something about me hitting them? No.
To level the playing field, the commission made it an exhibition fight with 12-ounce gloves and a 195-pound catchweight limit. Even so, Jake will still be significantly heavy.
You Karens who accuse me of being on steroids as the reason for winning all of my fights, we have the strictest drug testing possible for this match. U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. Random drug tests at any moment. Oh look, they're here now.
Hey USADA, me in the car. Looking good. See if you're on steroids. Clean as a whistle, contrary to what they say.
Fans online are roasting the matchup. One wrote, "This is like throwing a pit bull in with a grizzly bear." Another said, "Tank's got skills, but physics is undefeated." And Tank knows it. Backstage, when Jake smirked about the weight, Tank fired back, "Size don't matter when you're asleep on the canvas."
Just be sad that if Tank Davis' boxing career, real boxing career, championship is over because, you know, of the Jake Paul fight. It would be sad for boxing. I don't know for that to be the case. But if he make, you know, in excess of 30, 40 million.
They reported $40 million.
I don't know I don't know what he does after that. Does he come back to boxing and defend those titles? I don't know, bro. So I don't know if could this be the last time we see Tank Davis in a real championship fight? Was Lamont Roach the last fight we see of him like that? I don't know. But if it is, that would be a tough pill to swallow for boxing fans.
And this is where it gets even messier. Georgia commissioners literally refused to host the fight, calling it the dumbest thing they'd ever heard. That's why it was moved to Florida. Critics say it's nothing more than a money grab, exhibition rules, Netflix streaming, clown acts at pressers. It's starting to feel more like a crossover event than a serious fight.
They in that position would have taken that fight, especially with the payout. It's like, that's a no-brainer, but I understand. I still feel for Lamont. That's my boy. Like he still want his rematch. But then when you be realistic about the money situation, you're changing your whole family life. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's people hate on it because they're not in that position. I'm not saying Lamont. I'm speaking like other boxers. Be like, oh, he this for that. He's this. It's a side quest. It's a little side quest. Cause what happened when Floyd and all these guys went on WWE, but then they get right back to what they doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's another little side quest. I'm all for people just getting their money. So get the best, make the most that you can out of this entertainment world. Cause I mean, I don't know. I would have done it as far as the money aspect, cause none of us would deny that money. They talking like they would. None of us deny that money.
But here's the twist. That's also what makes it brilliant. Netflix's first major boxing stream, Tyson vs. Jake Paul, drew 65 million live viewers. If Jake vs. Tank comes anywhere near that, it'll shatter records. And whether you love it or hate it, chances are you'll end up watching.
Big fan of yours. I just want to say what you're doing for boxing is phenomenal. You're putting it on the map. What you're doing with the ladies, with the Mike Tyson and UFC
I'll
fighters.
swing on you right now.
Nobody. And I love you too, Gervonta. I'm a big fan of yours. But I just wanted to tell this man what he's doing for boxing and putting it on the map. And I just want to take my hat off.
Get the mic from him.
So,
get the mic from him, for real.
What I want to say is, if you beat Tank, you know, people are going to say you beat a smaller man. So what's the victory here?
Man, honestly, people always have something to say. It's old news. Keep talking. At the end of the day, you're here. So whatever anyone has to say, just keep on saying it, please. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Is not the face of boxing because he doesn't fight often. He fights once a year. and he's probably one of the best talents in the world. I love Tank Davis. I love watching him fight. I love when he goes in the ring and just demonstrates power and speed, and he doesn't give a sh. I love that. But he has to fight more often. We want to see Tank fight 3-4 times a year. Tank Davis, I dare you to break my record. 5 world title fights in 1 year. Let's go. You think he's lost?
Let's not forget another bombshell. At the Miami presser, Jake and Tank agreed to a $2 million side bet. Jake casually said $1 million, and Tank doubled it without hesitation. $2 mil. Let's do it. They shook hands right there. Backstage, Jake taunted Tank again, saying, "That $2 mil, easiest payday of my life." Tank shot back, "Hope you got the cash ready, 'cause after November, you'll be broke and embarrassed." That exchange added fuel to the fire. This fight isn't just about boxing anymore. It's a bet, a dare, a public challenge, and neither man can afford to back down. Some fans might shrug it off as talk, but boxing history tells us otherwise. Backstage confrontations often reveal the real emotions, without cameras or PR teams spinning the story. Think Lennox versus Tyson's hallway brawl. Think Floyd versus Zab, or Judah's infamous melee. Moments like this don't just hype a fight, they change it. Jake and Tank are now fighting to prove those backstage words weren't empty. The internet reaction is split. Team Jake says, he's too big. Tank has no shot. Jake will walk him down. Team Tank fires back. Jake's never faced power like Tank's. One left hand and it's over. Then there's the third camp, calling it a circus. Clout boxing, WWE with gloves, a Netflix skit with punches. But even critics can't stop talking about it, and that's exactly what Jake and Tank want. Jake Paul wears many hats, YouTuber, promoter, troll, but one of his biggest weapons is psychological warfare. He wants Tank emotional, angry, swinging for a knockout instead of fighting smart. That's why the insults cut so deep, why Jake laughed during the backstage chaos. He's trying to bait Tank into mistakes before they even step in the ring. The question is, will Tank take the bait, or flip it back on Jake? Remember, Tank Davis isn't just another opponent. He's a knockout machine with one of the highest KO ratios in boxing. Fighters say his punches hit like bricks. He carries a street mentality, willing to fight anyone, anywhere. Backstage, Tank's words reflected that energy. He didn't care about Netflix cameras or PR spin. He wanted Jake to feel it, face to face. That's what makes this fight so dangerous. Tank doesn't need 12 rounds. He only needs one opening.
Tank and Jake fight.
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
This whole situation brings up a bigger question. Is this really boxing, or just entertainment?
He should beat Jake Paul, shouldn't he?
No, he shouldn't.
You don't think? Sorry. So, I thought we were all unanimous here. You think Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis?
70 pounds is 70 pounds.
Gervonta Davis is very small. 5'5".
He's tiny, bro.
5'5". You got Jake Paul
He's
6'1".
a little man.
If Jake Paul's tucking up,
move on,
and absorbing punishment for walking forward, then look.
Some purists are furious, seeing fights like this as a threat to boxing's credibility. They want real title bouts, not YouTubers facing world champions. Others see it differently. Events like Jake versus Tank bring new fans, new money, and fresh hype. Without them, boxing risks fading from the mainstream. Ironically, the backstage drama proved the point. Millions are talking about boxing again. Whether you call it a circus or a super fight, it's the conversation piece of the year.
Coming home from Las Vegas. When Luis told me Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul, I said, get the bleep out of here. I said, you're a bleep liar. Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds. Gervonta Davis is that much better than Jake Paul at boxing. But Gervonta Davis in his last fight weighed 133.8 pounds. And I'm not over here in the business of just crapping on Jake Paul. I am much more respectful of what he's starting to build as a professional boxer. You're fighting a guy that's better than you. He's just much smaller. But that guy, because he's better than you, what if he wins? Everything Jake Paul has done is wiped completely out. Gervonta Davis loses to Jake Paul. Obviously, it's going to hurt who Gervonta Davis is. But he lost to a guy that's going to be upwards of 70 pounds bigger than him when he steps into the boxing ring. But I will tell you this right now, without a shadow of a doubt. I will watch this. Tank Davis is 30-0-1. You want to talk about Jake Paul fighting a real boxer? That's a real boxer. You can't make this stuff up, man.
So what's next after this wild backstage clash? Expect security to be doubled at every event leading up to fight night. Jake will likely ramp up the trolling. More props, more jokes, more family digs. Meanwhile, Tank will get tougher, more focused, and even more intense in training, ready for anything.
What do you make of Canelo's performance today? Did it take off the interest at all? Do you think he's losing a step?
Yeah, I mean, he's still an amazing fighter. I think Terrence Crawford is just that incredible. I think he's probably one of the best fighters we've ever seen in the ring, period. So credit to Terrence. He showed out at a higher weight class. But Terrence is just that guy right now.
Does it make you more confident that you can beat Canelo, seeing his performance against Terrence?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I've always believed in myself in the fight against Canelo and sparring some of the people that he's fought against and knowing what I'm capable in the ring and seeing what they do. I know that I can beat Canelo Alvarez, and everyone's always said it as a joke or this and that, but it's going.
If this fight was already heated, now it's nuclear. Judging by their backstage words, November 14th won't just be an exhibition, it'll be war. Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis exchanged some of the harshest words we've seen backstage in years. Threats, bets, insults. It all boiled over after the press conference. Now, the fight feels more personal than ever.
I will have to come up with something for Shakur Stevenson. If I don't, that may be the end. It's got to work for me as well as Shakur. Maybe I haven't got anything for him. Maybe he hasn't got anything for me. But right now, I know what we agreed with His Excellency, and that's what we'll do for now. And then see where we go.
I know you said you wanted to make that Tank fight, so hopefully we can see that in the future, Eddie.
Jake Paul, isn't he? So he's got. I don't know whether he'll fight. What's the rematch?
Lamont Roach.
I don't know if he'll still fight Lamont Roach. I know he's fighting Jake Paul in November, and then maybe Shakur after that.
Thank you, Ed.
All right, everyone. Stay updated with the latest boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Glove Lords and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Don't forget to check out our other videos. Until next time, take care and peace.